just unbelievable. And from the bottom of my heart, anyone who's ever watched any of my videos, I thank you so much. So I'm going to tell you how much I made in January. Okay. So drum roll, please. Let's count it. How about that? What's up, everyone? This is your girl Foxy Brown, and I am back once again from the legendary house of Shay. If this is your first time to my channel, I'd like to welcome you, and I'd like to also ask you to kindly like, comment, and subscribe. And if you are one of my legendaries, one of my budgeting besties, or if you fit somewhere in my budgeting family, I'd like to say welcome home. Okay guys, so today's video is going to be about my YouTube check. Okay, I've never really, well, not really, I've never done a YouTube check video before. I wanted to kind of wait and see how things went. I know when I was about to or looking to get monetized, I was searching to find out how much do people make? Like, what is the deal with the YouTube check? Okay, so I am really making this for people who are on that journey. Also for just people who are curious, and also for my subscribers, because I want to let you guys know how we're doing here, as well as I want to be able to thank you from the bottom of my heart for all that you do as far as watching the videos, all of you who have subscribed, for liking it, for watching the videos, for watching the ads. I truly appreciate it from the bottom of my heart. Okay, so I want to start this out with the journey, not just how much I made for this month. I'm sorry, last month, because that was from January. So if you are new to YouTube, or if you just started your channel, or you're thinking about getting monetized and what that all means, if you don't know what monetize means, it's the way that YouTube, it's actually not YouTube, but it's the way you can make money by uploading YouTube videos. The company who actually pays the content creators or the YouTubers is called Google. It's Google AdSense. So Google owns YouTube, so it's, you know, it's their little thing they have going on. So the thing is, how do you make the money? I mean, you see and hear about people making, you know, millions of dollars. So people think, okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and, you know, I got some interesting stuff to talk about. You know, I'm going to do a video. And then you get on YouTube and you realize it's a totally different process than you may have thought. And it's a lot harder, but it also is, if you stick with it, it will be rewarding, not only financially, but you'll also get to meet other types of rewards. Okay, so I started my channel in July, at the end of July in 2019. And I did not start my channel to do budgeting videos or cash stuffing. Excuse me while I drink. Okay, I started it, and I wasn't really interested in doing this, but I was encouraged to do this by people because politics is my thing, and that's what people were encouraging me to start a channel because of, you know, just my engagement with politics throughout my life, and, you know, on Facebook mainly. So I thought about it for a long time, and we had a presidential election coming up, And I said, okay, maybe I'll do it. So I thought a long time about it. I went through my friends list of people who, especially ones who had been encouraging me to do this, right? So I went ahead, and it took me a couple of months to try to really get it together, because although I started and I had the name The Legendary House of Shay, I didn't upload my first video until September of 2019. So in the meanwhile, I'm trying to learn about videos and editing, and my daughter at that time, this was before the pandemic, so she was going back to school. So I was like, what am I going to do? I don't know how to do this. I was really new to using an iMac. A friend of mine who believed in me gifted me this beautiful iMac that I have here. So I wanted to, delve into it. We had other Apple products, but I really did not know anything. I've been a Windows person for so long that, some of it's like totally different, even though I had an iPhone and we had the, the little ones, the iPads, and my daughter has the MacBook. But I really, besides just watching videos, I didn't really know how to use it. So anyway, I had to kind of get used to that, learning how to go in and edit the videos and use iMovie and things like that, right? So I was so excited. I picked a group of people. I even started a Facebook group. So I was so excited, right? So I upload my videos, right? And I'm like, okay, guys, go ahead and subscribe, watch the videos, right? And when I tell you it was crickets, it was crickets, not like little crickets, but big crickets. So I'm like, okay, maybe they didn't see that one, so I'm making an announcements and I'm trying to figure out what's going on. And I think out of the people that I had gone through, the people who were subscribed, of course, like my mom, my niece, there were a couple of people who subscribed, my daughter, of course, and my brothers, but no one was really watching. I mean, except for, like I said, except for my family. So I was really, I was a little surprised, but then not. And I was on my way to go see my daughter at school, and I was watching YouTube on the television, and a video came up about support. So the guy was talking about how he was having such a hard time with support, getting people to support his channel, his family and friends, and how discouraged he was. And that's exactly how I felt that day, right? And then I guess once I looked at that video, and I think I subscribed to this guy, then all the other videos, they recommend, it was just person after person basically saying the same thing. And then I started to go on YouTube and look for different groups, like, new YouTubers, and basically everyone had the same experience. Now, some people are able to come on YouTube and you may just come on and you have that video that catches fire. Like, they don't understand that struggle. Okay, I had a struggle. So I had maybe, I'm going to say 30 to 40 subscribers. And that was hard fought, right? And so, I was doing little videos. I wasn't consistent. I mean, I had to look at myself also, because you do have to do that as a YouTuber, but I wasn't consistent. And I just kind of felt like, well, what I have to say is great. I mean, my political predictions are always right. So why aren't people watching? I mean, this should be, they should be playing this on television, right? So it didn't work out that way. And then my daughter was telling me things like, oh, mommy, you should do TikTok. You should do other stuff, like you should do ASMR, or you should do a mukbang. That's the things that people like to. I didn't even know what that was. So then one day at work, I just kind of did a little mukbang. I was just eating salad at work, and a couple of people reached out to me. I put it in the title, and I met a young lady. I met two people, but one young lady, her name was Coco Empire. So I met Coco Empire, and then, we were kind of engaging a bit. And then I found the mukbang community, because she was she does cooking and those food challenges and mukbangs and things. So then I saw one day she was had promoted a live she was in, and then I found another person who turned out to be a wonderful friend, Promo STK. And they were in there, you know, basically encouraging each other. People were, you know, connecting with the channels and, you know, doing something, you know, like just watching each other's videos in order to help each other out. Now, I should have said this before, so sorry. In order to become monetized, in order to get YouTube to put the ads on your video, which is how you get paid, you have to have, as of, I don't know when it was, it might have been like 2018, but it was, you know, prior to this, it was a lot easier. So you have to have 1,000 subscribers, right? So you have 1,000 people to say, yes, I am going to hit that button, right? And then you need 4,000 watch time hours. So 4,000 watch time hours is 200 and something minutes. 200 and something thousand minutes. I mean, I'll put it in the description or in the video when after, because I can't remember what it is, but it was a lot. It's 200 and something thousand minutes that people have to actually watch your video. Okay, so that can be really intimidating when you think that's going to take a long time, right? And the subscriptions, you would think, you know, well, that should be pretty easy, especially when all you're really asking someone to do is what? Click. You're asking them to click a button. You're not asking them to give you any money. You're not asking for a super chat. You're not asking for Cash App. You just hit the button. You know, that's all I really need you to do. But for some reason, you know, people will do it, I think, more freely in Facebook, but because maybe they know, you know, they can see that, you know, see who you are. You know, I don't know what it is. But anyway, so that was, it was very difficult to get people to do. So when I connected with this community, it was in the beginning maybe of 2020. And like I said, at that time, I probably had 60, maybe 70, probably something like that, subscribers. And I probably had no, I don't know, the minutes probably weren't even, I'm not even gonna say if it was 100. And during this time, like I was really upset. I was offended almost because I couldn't understand why, you know, friends or people that I thought were friends would not support. But when I got into these other communities and met people, everyone had the same story. I was gonna say, just forget it. This is ridiculous, you know. And then I had to really sit back and think and say, well, you know, like with any other thing in life, it's like, do you really want this? Do you really want to do this? If you really want to do it, you're going to have to work for it. You're going to have to fight for it. I mean, I'm not a person that was ever given anything. Like everything I've had to fight for. So I'm like, you know what? If you really want to do it, then go ahead and give it a shot. So now I'm in with these people and I'm meeting new people in the mukbang community, but that's not the type of channel I am. So they were mostly interested, of course, in the cooking, recipes, doing mukbangs, doing food challenges. And here I am making like political predictions. They were right, though. Let me just tell you, they were right in the beginning of 2020. Every one of them that I said came true. But anyway, I just throw that little plug in. So anyway, that happened, and then the pandemic hit. Once the pandemic hit, I kind of was just like, you know, working from home, just so much going on in the New York and New Jersey area. Like I still wanted to do the YouTube, but I wasn't doing videos. I was just so consumed with the 1,000 subscribers and the 4,000 watch time hours. So I'm in and out of different communities. I'm like asking people, hi, you know, I'm clicking on people like, hi, supporting them. Hi, I'm a new subby, you know, and then, you know, try to get them to sub back. Then you go through this whole thing where when you're doing a lot of this, YouTube kind of sees that. So sometimes you can get, 20, 30 people in a day and they take 10 of them back and people think that people are doing it, but I always thought it was something that YouTube did because I just couldn't see so many people sitting around saying, we're going to subscribe to you and then unsubscribe. That just never made sense. Okay. So anyway, time moves on and I finally, and it took me, I was actually I got the 4,000 hours and the 1,000 subscribers just about just before I had uploaded my first video. Because if you haven't done it in the first year, you have a calendar year to do this. So if you don't, they won't take your subscribers away, but they will take the watch time hours. So say, for instance, I did not upload any videos from July 29th when I started to September. So even though my channel was over a year old, they didn't take anything because I had never uploaded a video. If I had gone into September, as the day went on, those days went on, they would take those hours away. So if my first video was September 1st, 2019, on September 1st, 2020, the September, 1st, 2019 hours would go away. So I knew I had to try to really get to that point. So I was really working, y'all. I'm telling you, I was meeting all kinds of people in all kinds of groups. Okay, so finally the time comes, right? And I get monetized. It was on the anniversary of my very first video. So boom, get monetized. I get a letter from, I apply for the Google AdSense program. I get a letter from them with a PIN number. Now remember that. Remember the PIN number because that's important, right? So I go along. Now I was so consumed with getting people to subscribe and, doing the watch time hours. Now I realize I need support. Now you really need support. This is where, when I say the real work begins, because now you're not just looking for other YouTubers to just click in for a couple of minutes and click out. Because if they have their own channel, you have to pay attention to your channel. Even though you want to show other people support, it's a lot to get these videos out. So you can't spend your whole day watching other people's videos because you will never do your own, right? So that is a big thing. That's why from the beginning, guys, you really need to look for genuine support. People who are interested in your content, people who are interested in your channel. Now, I know, it's like, oh my God, the focus is so much on getting monetized and getting the, fulfilling the requirements. And I get that. I understand because I was there. So it's a lot easier now to say, oh, don't worry about that, because of course you're going to worry about it. But in the meantime, you still have to start thinking about creating a family in order to get people to watch your videos, because now that you're monetized, guess what? Now, Google and Google AdSense, they're going to pay you based on your views, people watching your ads. I don't know the quite how the whole thing works, but I know it has something to do with that, right? I mean, because I use the YouTube Studio and I kind of just try to watch. So I wasn't really surprised at my first check because I had watched a lot of people's videos like that I found. But I feel like a lot of people, even though, and they would say, it took me a couple of months to get my first check. Because what happens, you need to make $100 during that calendar month in order for you to get paid the next month. Now, that means if your first month you make $99, you are not going to get paid, okay? What happens if you made $99, they will hold that $99. And then the next month you made $1, then the following month you would get the $100, okay? If you made $99 the first month, no money the second month, they're still going to hold on to that until you get that other dollar. So I hope that makes sense. And as I'm going along talking about mine, I hope, let me just hold on. I hope that it does make more sense, okay? So I took some screenshots of mine, and I don't mind sharing it with you, because I think a lot of times I also would see people who maybe they did okay or not that great their first couple of months, and then they were willing to share the information later with people. But mine has been very, very I don't know how I should say, it's been My checks have been very, very meager. And, well, I mean, some people don't get anything. So I just wanted to be transparent so people could know, so you know what to look forward to, and you know that this is something you have to work for. So when you see people making a lot of money on YouTube, you know that they have worked. I don't care what you may think. If they're making money, a lot of money, I don't know what you consider a lot of money, but people, whatever, I feel like this is a situation that what you put into it, you get out. I mean, and that's it. I mean, some people might hit a lucky streak or just happen to really put a video up that just catches fire with people, and that is awesome. But some people, I would say the average person probably goes more like the route that I'm going. So that's why I wanted to share this with you guys. Okay, so month number 1, that was September, remember? So I think I got mine, I think it was the 4th, right? So September, and I remember I was in, and that's when it finally, you know, popped up on YouTube Studio where I could see like the money part, right? And let me tell you, in the very beginning, I mean, it was like a couple of dollars and it was going up as the month went on. And at the end of the month, at the end of month 1, I made $23.88, okay? $23.88. Now, I didn't have $23. That was more the $23.88 that I had before, right? But guess what? I didn't meet the threshold, right? So which means that when October came, because YouTube gives the money out like October on the 21st of the month, right? So when October 21st came, I didn't get a check. You know why? Because I had not met that the $100 threshold, right? So that was September, right? So let me find the next one. So October, is that October? Okay, that's September, sorry. When October came, I made $77.30. And let me see, because I know it was like just $77.30. And the month before was, what was it, $23.88. I made $101.18. So I was so excited because I was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to get a check. I'm going to actually get a check. But guess what? Remember that, that pen I was telling you about? Guys, and it says, you know, don't lose the pen, right? Do not lose that pen number. Okay, so I thought in my head that I took a picture of it because my daughter kind of, you know, taught me that. Let me take a screen, you know, take a picture of it. And then I thought I took a picture, and I also thought I put it on the refrigerator. Okay, and guess what? I did neither one of these things. So I could not actually officially join the program. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So I start Googling, and people are like, oh, they'll never send you another one. And then Google isn't a place, or YouTube or whatever you want to call it, that you could call people. You can't. You know, the email, they didn't really email. They told you to go like into the forum and look. And people kept saying they couldn't get theirs. You know, they couldn't get it. They you know, and that they will only give you 3 times or something. Anyway, so I just kind of let it go because it was, you know, I just let it go. And I was like, I'll find the pen eventually. So the next month came along, right? The next month is November. So November comes, and in November, when I go to start going on YouTube, they're telling me, we have money for you, but you have to finish the verification by, you know, putting in the PIN to verify your address. So I was like, oh my God, what am I going to do? So sometime in November, I just said, you know what? I'm just going to ask them again. So I asked them again, and they sent me one. In like 2 weeks, I got it. And then once I did that, they sent me my first check, which was, well, they didn't send me a check because I have it direct deposited. So it was $101.18, which was from September and October. Okay, so now we're at November, right? So in November, I would get that money in December, right? So in November, I was so excited that I made $115.80. Now, in this time, when I'm in Google, when I'm in YouTube Studio, I'm also able to see that my subscribers are going up, so I'm like, okay, I'm doing better, but I wasn't as consistent. That is the thing that I have learned, to be more consistent, because I think sometimes you feel like, okay, I put out some good stuff. You can't just wait, because people want to remain engaged. And also, during the previous month, I had actually gotten sick, so that did kind of slow me down a bit. But anyway, so November, I made $115.54, which I got that money like just before Christmas, right? Okay, so now we're moving along to December, right? So December, I actually, the subscribers and everything, they went up, and my earnings went up a little bit too. So in December, I made $152.91. And let me tell you something, you really could not tell me nothing at that point. I was so happy. I couldn't believe that I had made $152.91. Like, to me, I was hearing people say they weren't getting paid, or they were thinking about stopping, and I was like, well, I made $152. Enough people watched and clicked in those videos, right? So I was super excited about that. All right, so now we are in, this is my January check, right? So January, I did a lot better in January. I'm moving up a little bit here, right? And if you can see here, I have a tracker. I started a tracker so I can track my earnings for the year. So in January, I did a review of this ATM savings bank that I had tried to get at the end of the year, and then I got it, and I put it into my on my channel, that I use it for 2 of my challenges, right? And as soon as I did that review that day, that particular video started just like kind of taking off, and I was like, oh my goodness, people are really watching this video. So I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great, So it kind of, I don't know what happened. I think with that video, maybe it helped other people to kind of check me out, which is just phenomenal. So remember, the last month, and also that video has had, I think as of today, I'm looking over here, 170,000 views. Can you believe that? 170,000 people watched that video, and I think back to where I couldn't get 8 to 12 people to watch a video, and it's like 170,000 people. And I have had other videos that have had like 12,000, 10,000, 5,000. So it's just unbelievable. And from the bottom of my heart, anyone who's ever watched any of my videos, I thank you so much. So I'm going to tell you how much I made in January. Okay. So drum roll, please. Let's count it. How about that? Okay. Now, for some people, you still might say, well, you still haven't really made any money. I don't compare myself to other people, because they're, that's not fair, because that person, they put in that much more work than I did. And I see people here grinding. So I'm not, everybody that makes money, it's great, right? So hold on one second. I can't see my screen. So let's go ahead and count what I made. I'm so excited, guys. I'm so excited. Okay, so you might not be excited, but I am. Okay, so when I was going to the bank, I realized that I did have money that had to go back to the bank. So instead of pulling that money out, what I did, I just pulled enough money to equal what was going to the bank. Okay, so because that didn't make sense to deposit money in the bank and then take it back out. Okay, so here we go, guys. I'm going to go ahead and count it. So we have 50, 100, 50, 60, That's more than we had before. 180, 200, 220, 40, 60, 80, 300, 320, 40, 60, 80, 90, 400, 410, 15, 20, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So $429 and oops, sorry. And 75 cents. Even though this is a 50 cents. I have to always keep a quarter for Aldi, right? So $429.75. That's how much I made in January. Guys, this really means a lot to me. Like, when I tell you, you really don't know, you know, I I'm not saying this for any other reason. I mean, I didn't get a stimulus check. I don't get a stimulus check. So I think almost every conversation I had last month started or ended with, because you know I don't get a stimulus check. Because I was really mad. I'm like, I want some money too, you know? But anyway, I digress. So this, to me, that's really what that was. This was hard earned. And the thing is, to some it might not seem like a lot of money, but to me it really is, because I feel like I earned every penny. I feel like you guys giving me this opportunity, because I wasn't going to do this. I was going to just give up and say, forget it. And I would have never known this feeling, because I do have a good salary. I earn, I'm very blessed, but this feels like this, it's just an undescribable feeling how I feel about this, because I feel like I worked so hard for this, and I feel like I don't just feel, I know I could do so much better. And if I'm more consistent, if I'm uploading videos, engaging, you know, I try to listen. I started, you know, listening to my subscribers. I mean, for those of you who are out there, you have to be yourself first though. And then, you know, you take the constructive criticism. Don't try not to dwell on any negativity or any hate you get, because it's going to happen. There are going to be people who are going to thumbs down your video. It's a consistent person that does that. I have like a 1, and sometimes it's like 2 or 3, but it's so funny because they are quick. I mean, they are quick to so I know they must subscribe to the channel. So when they're clicking and you have people who are viewing, I mean, sometimes you'll have a person start to tell you things, and I'm like, that means they watch the entire video, which is more than most of your main supporters will do. So, you know, shout out to them too, because of them, you know, you're able to, you know, make this money. This has really made me want to do more, to set higher goals for myself. I feel like I can do it. I know I can do it. I'm not going to feel. I know I can do it, and with the help of you guys. So I'm just really thankful. I hope this, and then let me tell you, so I already know how much, we already know how much we made for February. So I'll be back in February. I'll let you guys know. Like, I don't know about stuffing this. I don't know what I'm going to do with it. I mean, for mine, it may be just like, because if I, you know, look, if I add a little bit of money to this is my car note. You know what I'm saying? I got a new car, and I got a new car note. It's not a brand new car, but it's a nice car. And, you know, look at that, you know, and what I'm doing here on YouTube is what I would have been doing anyway. You know, I would have been sitting down with my planner. You know, I may not have had this stuff out here, but because it would have been somewhere, because some of this stuff is stuff I already had. Some of the stuff is, you know, I'll go out and get, like I got these coins, but this stuff was already in my house, right? So I'm already doing what I was going to be doing, which is doing the challenges, making sure my bills were paid with my planner. So I was going to already be doing that anyway. So find something you really like to do. Make sure it's something you want to do, because it's a lot to stay consistent with the video. So I hope that helps someone. Because like I said, when I was on my way, I didn't know, like, you really don't know. If you don't look at these videos, you don't know how much people make. You're thinking, can I make enough to pay all my bills? Well, it depends on what your bills are, number one. And number two, it depends on what you do and how, what kind of content you have, what kind of engagement, how many subscribers you have. So it all depends on that. And the thing I could say more than anything is really don't give up. Don't give up. Just give it a shot. I just, right now I'm like, okay, so you're going up. I haven't gone down. And I don't intend to. That's how I operate in real life. And then once I feel like I catch a hold of something, then it's like, okay. And, go back and think about the people, like I have 4,000, as this thing it went up, I have 4,178 subscribers. And remember those first 70 people? Remember that? And I remember seeing something that said, God will send people, and I realized that the people I knew were not going to be my people. Some of them were, if just a bare few of them, but my people were going to be you guys who are out there now, people that don't know me. And that's the part that makes it so humbling to me, because I know I would go watch other people and I would support them. And to think that people would do that for me, like 4,178 people, is a crazy. When I remember when I got the first 100, I was like, wow, and when I was trying to get to the 1,000, and the closer it got, it seemed like the harder it was. And then after that, it's been phenomenal. And I'm so grateful for all of you. So I hope this helps someone. This is how much I made. Look, I love this. This is so awesome and cool to me. You just don't know. Like, literally, this $429 could be like $4,000, because I feel like I earned it. And there's nothing like the feeling of earning something. And it's and I know every YouTuber feels that way. When I see people, I was just recently watching people doing their checks, like, and I was watching for Mel Budgets. She's one of my nieces, and her story, it made me cry, because she is such a genuinely beautiful young lady, and she was going to give up. She was going to give up, right? And then she said the next day she uploaded the video, and that video has like 400,000 views. 400, I got chills just now thinking of what if she had said, nah, to let a person who, they said something about her nails. There's another YouTuber that I watched, Tanya Gemini. Somebody said something about her nails, and she's killing the game right now. She's got awesome views and awesome content. And it's like, we can't worry about what those people think. We can't worry about what they say. Just keep it going, guys. You hear people say negative things about you, but it's all right. It's not anybody you wouldn't, they wouldn't say that to you in real life. So just keep pushing, because there are other people. When you get that one negative, there's, 50, 60, 100 other people saying, I love your channel. I love your content. You inspired me to start saving. And that's great. That's awesome. I mean, I've been doing saving challenges for like 8 years. I haven't been doing this cash stuffing and sinking funds. I mean, I was doing it. I just didn't know I was doing it, but especially with the sinking funds. But I have been doing the challenges for a long time. So, but anyway, guys, thank you so much for listening, for watching, and I hope someone is inspired to keep going. Don't give up. If that first month you get 22, like I did, and then the next month you get 77, and then you lose your pen, and then look, it's gonna get better. It really is. Just keep going. Don't stop. Okay, guys. Thanks so much, and peace and blessings.